So the rules for significant digits, okay, and this is only going to take like less than 10 minutes for sure, okay? The purpose of significant digits is so that any mathematical operations we do with measured values do not increase or decrease the accuracy of those measured values. Okay? I can't take a couple of measured values, do some math with them, and suddenly get a number that's more accurate than the numbers I started with and actually measured. So significant digits help us to preserve the accuracy of the numbers we start with. That's their purpose. Okay? So if I am, let's say, adding or subtracting a couple of numbers. So let's say I want to add these two numbers. Let's say I want to add those two numbers, okay? 23.1 has 3 significant digits. 105.68 has 5 significant digits. Those are all measured values, okay? Every single number in this number is a measured value. But when I add these two numbers together, okay, I can only be as accurate as this number here, agreed? Okay, this one was only measured to the 10th place. This one was measured to the 100th place, but because I don't have a number here, there's uncertainty in that number when I do the next operation. Okay, so I get my 8, 7, okay, 8, 2, 1, okay, and I get that, 128.78. But because there's uncertainty in this 8, I can't keep it, and I have to round the next number there. Now, if that number was a 4, obviously I wouldn't have rounded the number up. Okay, everyone follow? So now, my answer, it may have 4 significant digits, but it's the same accuracy as the least accurate number. Okay, so when we're adding and subtracting, we go by decimal places, basically, or numerical places, whatever they happen to be, and we preserve that, we preserve the accuracy there. If I am multiplying two numbers together, let's say, okay, this number has how many significant digits? 2. How many does that have? How many can my answer have? 2. Okay, simple as that. So I just multiply those two numbers together. Okay, I got 1.2 times 5.68. Okay, I get 6.816. Well, my answer is going to be 6.8. Done. Okay, so I just have to look at my significant digits and preserve that number when I'm multiplying and dividing. Okay, everyone all right with that? All right. If your question has multiple steps, so that's the rule if I only have to add and subtract once. That's the rule if I only have to multiply or divide once. If I'm doing a question where I do more than one calculation, like any of our vector addition questions, okay, there's addition and subtraction, there's multiplication and division, there's, you know, the trigonometry stuff. You just look at the numbers at the start of the question and go with the least accurate number. That, in fact, that rule works like 99% of the time. Okay, there's the odd time where some strange thing happens, okay, and it's a little bit different. Now, what numbers are significant? Okay, any number that's actually measured is a significant digit. So, if I write this number, how many significant digits does that have? 3. I wouldn't have written that 0 if I hadn't measured it to be 0. Okay? Now, what about this? There's 3. Okay? There's 3 significant digits here. These are placeholders. There was nothing to measure here. It's smaller than these two. I couldn't actually measure this because there weren't enough to get to these numbers. So these are placeholders. Okay? Think of it this way. You guys are familiar with using scientific notation, right? Okay, putting a number in scientific notation. Would I put those zeros in scientific notation? I wouldn't. Okay, so here's the rule. Leading zeros are never significant. Trailing zeros are always significant. Okay? Everybody with me on that? Okay. That's all you need to know. That's significant digits. Easy peasy. Okay? Like I said, 99% of the time you're going to look at the question and go, that number has 2, that number has 3, that number has 4. My final answer will have 2, and that'll be good. Okay? There's the odd time where, oh, there's only one operation here.
and it's adding, so I have to take care of decimal places or something like that, okay? Most of the time, we're gonna do more than one operation in a question, and we're gonna have to just go with the least accurate.
All right, you have the remainder of class to work with your group on your map activity. Let's get as much of that done as we can.